Hi, welcome to Nautilus Spearfishing. I'm Andrew, and we're here in the Nautilus workshop, and today we'll be mounting some carbon blades onto some Dessault Footpockets, and we're going to teach you guys how to do it properly. So let's do a quick checklist, make sure we have all the tools we need in order to execute this properly. So here we got our assembly kit. You want to make sure you have that, because without it it's going to be impossible. We're going to have our drill here with our proper drill bit, proper screwdrivers. We're going to have some lube here if we need a little bit of extra coercing into the foot pockets. Here we have our Nautilus spearfishing blades. These are the NS series, the NS2s. And here are the Dessault foot pockets we will be mounting them onto. So now that we have pretty much everything we need, we're going to do a quick little run through on how we're going to do this. We get the foot pocket, which is the first step, and then we obviously need our blade. What you're going to do is you're going to make sure you properly align the blade inside the foot pocket. Sometimes it's kind of a little bit of a pain, but with a little bit of coercing you'll get it in there, no worries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lube it up a little bit just to kind of make my life easier. So let's go ahead and do that. Got a little bit of spray. All I got here is just a mix of soap and water. I'm going to spray it onto the fin a little bit on the top, and a little bit on the actual foot pocket itself. Okay. And now what you want to do is you want to grab the stems of the foot pocket and kind of open them up in this manner. And what that's going to do, it's going to make it a little bit easier for you to put the blade in there. So you're going to grab the blade with your other hand, kind of squeeze it in there. You want to make sure that you get it nice and snug. Sometimes, there we go. That was easy. All right. So as you see right there, it's aligned properly inside the foot pocket. The blade is actually on the inner lining. You never want it to be on the outside, because then we'll never be able to mount it properly. So then after this, you want to make sure you kind of eyeball it. The best thing to do is kind of just make sure it's even on each end from the upper side and the downside of the blade. And right here everything looks pretty darn good. Essentially once you push it all the way back, it lines up on its own. And what I like to do now that we have the blade inside the foot pocket is put the assembly kit on it first. Because if we start to mount the tendons on right now, it might move side to side, which might be an issue, so we like to put the assembly kit on first, and that way the blade stays secure and in place. So what we're going to do now that we have it nice and lined up is that we're going to get our drill. You want to make sure you have the proper drill size in order to make a nice clean cut hole. And so what we're going to do right now, just kind of grab the foot pocket. I'm going to grab it from the bottom as well with my hand to kind of squeeze it on there so it doesn't slide around. I'm going to grab the drill and just execute a hole nice and center right in the middle of that foot pocket hole. You want to make sure that you do it nice and quick. Use a screwdriver that has a lot of a torque and a lot of speed. And there we go, nice and simple. And if you can, just kind of make it a little bit more centered. You'd be surprised how strong carbon is. In any case, there are the holes, as you can see, lined up nice and center. You can see right through them. Here's the underside. And all we're going to do now is grab our assembly kits and mount it on the top of the foot pocket, and then we'll do the screws. So you just make sure you align it properly, put it in place, and it's going to look just like that, nice and easy. You flip it over now, and what we use screwdrivers with nylon washers, and what that does, it displaces the pressure, and it helps protect the blade a little bit, so it doesn't cause as many breaks as you would see in maybe some other brands. So what we're going to do now is kind of line it up, put it in there. Same thing on the other side. And what I'm going to do now is just replace, instead of having the drill bit, I'm going to put the screwdriver tip on it. Just a simple Phillips. Alright? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab one side. I'm going to push the assembly kit from this side, and then push the other side with the actual drill. You want to make sure you don't do it too tight, but you want to make sure you do it snug enough that it's going to stay nice and secure. Pretty much right around there. There we go. And now our blade is in place, so it won't be going anywhere. It's nice and aligned. You'll notice right there. So now all we got to do is put the tendons on. Now, this to me was the biggest pain when I first started doing it. I had no idea what the heck was going on because these rails are pretty small. So what you want to do is once again grab some of this lube, and we're going to lube up the tendons a little tiny bit. So I'm going to just lube up those tendons a little bit. Do the other side as well. Alright? And remember what we did in the beginning when we actually pushed the tendons outward like this? As you push the tendons outward, you'll notice that they actually get much bigger. And it's going to make your life a lot easier when you start mounting these things on there. So what you want to do is just kind of open that up as so. And then you want to just kind of slowly roll it and work it. Just roll it, slowly working it with your other hand until you kind of get towards the end of it. Once you get towards the end of it, it's just a simple snap and it's in there. You want to make sure you press firmly, make sure it's nice and secure, and that's one side. So we'll go ahead now and do the other side, same exact thing. We're going to grab the tendon, we're going to split it nice and open. You saw how that opened up right there? Kind of work it, roll it up on there. Same thing we did on the other side. See what I'm doing right there? How it's opening up nice and wide. And almost there. You gotta put a little bit of muscle into it. And there we go. And that is one foot pocket and carbon blade mounted, ready to go. And you'll notice how the tendons bend nicely with the blade. And that's pretty much it. That's all she wrote. If you guys have any other questions, you can email us at andrew@nautilusspear.com. Feel free to browse our website and keep up. We'll be posting more how-tos in the next couple of days. Thanks.